Warm greetings to everyone. With the grace of God, again we are together to hear unheard stories from a very renowned personality among us. This is Rasleen, today's host, with my co-host Aayush Vats. He has recently passed class 12th last year, and as of now, he is about to take admission in an IIT. He has interest in astronomy and computers and has decent speaking skills.
Thank you, Rasleen, for this wonderful introduction. Let me introduce you all to this amazing personality, Rasleen. Rasleen is in grade 8 studying at Oxford School, Canada. She loves to dance, paint, and play harmonium. She is overall coordinator of HETS Youth League Association and interviewed many intellectuals till yet.
Thank you very much. I had a wonderful journey in HETS since 2020, and I have learned a lot from the managing director of HETS, Dr. Arna Vadkar, and my other mentors. HETS, Office Education and Transformation Solutions, is registered with MSME, Government of India in May 2017, ISO 9001 2015 certified. Another progressive turn with the launch of HETS Pratishta India Trust NGO Foundation in 2021, where HETS aspires to empower women, children, and people across all genders, academic dropouts, through education, develops knowledge, skill development, educational and corporate training, improving employability score, assessment, and counseling projects. HETS is an education consulting and service company exclusively dealing with end-to-end education service provider pan India. Our team works with educational institutions in planning, developing, and managing educational institutions that meets their vision, mission, and goals. HETS has more than a decade of experience setting up and running preschools and schools across the country. Transformation can happen only through focus and passion apart from learning, teaching, and leadership.
I'm really thrilled to have this information from you, and I'm feeling proud that I have recently joined HETS Youth League. As you said, I very well know that the true spirit behind such transformations is present among us. She is none other than Dr. Aruna Vadkar ma'am. Dr. Aruna Vadkar ma'am is the founder and managing director of HETS, Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions. She is the founder and chairperson of HETS Pratishtha India Trust and the resource person of Indianica Learning Private Limited, Britannica. Also, she is the advisory board member and mentor of Mount Litera Z School and the advisory board member and counselor of Green Eden Public School. Along with all this, she is also the president of WICCI, Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry for Karnataka Training and Development Council.
As usual, we always learn something new every time from our beloved ma'am, Dr. Aruna Vadkar. She is the true combination of beauty and brain. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. Now, let me introduce the intellectual of the day, Mr. SD Sharma, with you, who is here to share her stories with us. With good 40 years of teaching experience, Sir has served Jain Narain Postgraduate College, Lucknow, in the capacity of principal till 30th June 2020. He has a long list of achievements and his personality is self-introductory. Sir, it is a pleasure to have you with us on this platform. With your wonderful woman experience, I'm curious to know the thought that came to your mind when you opted for this profession.
Thank you, Rasleen. And the first question for me is why I should choose this profession. Actually, I passed MCOM from Meerut University, Meerut in 1980. I had qualified various competitions before joining this profession, like the bank POs, administrative officer of ONGC, Industrial Financial Corporation, but failed to qualify the interview of the civil service. One of my teacher, or the great teacher, Professor K. Nagar, has inspired me that you should join academics and train young minds to establish healthy society and a strong nation. Then I joined it, and just because uh, the sheer joy of bringing about the positive change in the life of the students and see them become better human beings.
It's great to know, sir, about your journey and how passionate you are in improving the lives of students. Next, we would like to know, what do you prioritize? According to you, which is more important, learning or teaching?
Okay, Ayush, actually teaching and learning are two faces of the same coin, according to me. Only a good learner can be a good teacher, and a good teacher is always ready to learn from everyone. I was watching one video in which J.R.D. Tata was moving with his CA. He asked to switch some of the amount from accounts uh, and to save a lot of income tax. J.R.D. Tata asked whether it is legal. He said yes. Again, J.R.D. Tata asked, is it moral or ethical? And the C was gone. Therefore, we have to learn so many things from so many corners, from so many books, and the like the Guru Vani, also one of the scripture, and the Mahabharata, and the Gita, and the Ramayana. So, from these stories, we have to learn so many things and to inculcate an environment in which we can develop the number of students, and through the live examples. Therefore, according to me, both are the same thing, but a good learner can be a good teacher.
I am amazed to hear your insightful thought, and I'm sure you must have observed many classrooms as a team leader. So, as for your experience, would you like to share the limitations you observed in the classroom for a teacher while teaching?
Yes, there are many. Like lack of motivation among the students is one of the major limitation. If somebody is not ready to listen anything, if somebody is not ready to learn anything, so it is one of the reason, and one of because of that we cannot explain so many things to the students. Then therefore we have to motivate the student to learn. So first thing, lack of motivation. Second thing, infrastructure limitation, especially in terms of blind learning. Keeping our teaching interesting and establishing relationship on interpersonal level with all the students of a large class. Therefore, according to me, the class size must be reasonable so that a teacher can uh, read the face of a student what he wants to know, and thereafter I think it's easy for this teacher to transfer the skills to the number of students. And of course, motivation is one of the things. Because of that limitation, the teacher may not be able to transfer the skills to or the required skills to the number of students.
That's really true, sir. There surely are some limitations when it comes to teaching. But what do you feel that do you observe in teachers while teachers mentor students with different abilities and different interests? How do teachers overcome these difficulties while dealing with children with difficult interests?
Actually, it gives me immense pleasure and sense of pride for the profession are. No doubt. Teachers really take great pain in catering the needs of different types of students. Because when a teacher entered in the class, he found number of students from number of backgrounds, and that all the students can't be uh, a good listener, and on other side, some of them don't want to learn anything. Therefore, it is the duty of a teacher that it, he should create an environment in which they feel that they are comfortable, and interpersonal relationship between the students and the teacher must be uh, very good. Otherwise, the teacher can't uh, uh, transfer that skill which is required. Required means a teach in a class there may be number of students. They their motto maybe one can be a teacher, the another can be the industrialist, another can be the chartered accountant. Therefore, what they want to be, and accordingly through interpersonal meetings, the teacher can, I think, transfer that skill which is required.
Thanks for sharing your experience with us. Proceeding further, here everyone wants to understand the importance of a positive attitude for a mentor in a challenging time. I feel you must have a lot to share about it.
Uh, well, Rasleen, a positive attitude keeps a mentor moving in difficult times. The belief that better days will come and that our efforts will rise to something fruitful is of a great help for a mentor.
That was a really nice view on the importance of positivity, sir. As we all know that NEP 2020 is finally being introduced with its emphasis on children from different backgrounds and all inclusive learning. What do you feel? Would it be a benefit in the education system if it is implemented? What are your ideas?
Yeah. Uh, Mr. Vats, if NEP 2020 is implemented, it will make education more student centric, because everything we exercise in the school, that should be for the students. That's why it definitely be more student centric rather than one way delivery system is currently used. Most of the time, I observe that the teacher come and after taking class have no concern with the school, and so that's why I am asking this one way system or one way delivery system. It will be very beneficial for the students, means the new education policy, and of course for the society too, uh, and of course for the employer, uh, through which they could get better skilled manpower to handle this show.
Truly agree with you, sir. The philosophy of NEP that says Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas will definitely bring a positive change in the system. With your wonderful and positive thoughts, may I ask you about the inspiration behind your success?
It's a very difficult question, Rasleen, but in one line, I can ask, my inspiration is the smile of contentment that I see on the faces of my satisfied students and my colleagues, those believe in.
So it's really great knowing about your story, all the struggles you have faced, all the hard work you have done. I would like to ask, what message would you like to give to our audience, teachers and students?
Okay, Ayush, I would like to, I would just like to say that don't stop being a learner of your life. Never hesitate to learn from anyone, and optimistic whether the conditions are or what life brings to you. That's my one message to the number of students and the teachers too. And because we have to move and move and move, but in a positive way, because all the teachers and the students will uh, establish the better society for better living and the strong nation.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating message. It is truly inspiring and will be helpful for everyone. With these concluding words, now I would like to invite my mentor and Chief Management Officer of HETS, Dr. Anurup Kaur. She is an author, public speaker, and a great educationist. She is having experience of more than 25 years in the field of education. She has received many awards. To name a few are Best Principal Award, Harvest the Nurture, Guruvarya Saman 2022, Inspiring an Iconic Woman of the Universe 2022, and many more. Currently, she is working as a senior educationist in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. Ma'am, may I request you to come forward for the vote of thanks?
Thank you, Rasleen and Aayush. You really made this day a great day for many educators, students, and parents. Through you, we all have traveled a wonderful journey today. First of all, I'm thankful to God for making me a part of this great show. From last many weeks, we are enjoying hearing many unheard stories. And today, again, we have heard Mr. Sharma and many uh, heart-touching stories, basically, which are really motivating and inspiring too for the teachers, students, parents as well. It is our pleasure to get a chance to hear him, and I'm obliged to all the other members of HETS for their unstinted support from the bottom of my heart. I'm thankful to Dr. Aruna for starting this wonderful show, and I'm really thankful to the audience present here uh, because this audience is actually to motivate everyone. And I am again sharing with all of you that we still look forward to the educators to come forward and share their stories. So this sharing will help many of us to understand the situation of challenge and how to overcome of it. If any of you are interested, kindly contact us on 951-301-9990, and our another number is 951-3088-990. Thank you very much once again to everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.